10 most scary female characters from myths and legends. Brace yourselves, folks. Get ready to enter a world of shivers and thrills as we uncover the 10 most scary female characters from myths and legends. From the depths of history comes tales of awe-inspiring, bone-chilling women who have haunted our dreams and captivated our minds. So buckle up. It's time to dive into the darkest corners of folklore and discover the top 10 scariest female characters from myths and legends across the globe. Number 1. Medusa. Step back in time and immerse yourself in the tales of ancient Greece, where mythical creatures and heroes roamed the land. Among them was the infamous Medusa, a woman of stunning beauty and terrible power. Medusa was once a ravishing beauty, but her arrogance and vanity led to her transformation into a monster. Legend has it that she was punished by the gods and transformed into a gorgon with snakes for hair. Her once mesmerizing eyes now held the power to turn anyone who gazed upon them into stone. But Medusa was not just a pretty face. She was also a fearsome warrior with powers that only added to her already formidable reputation. Her enemies trembled at the mere mention of her name, and those who dared to cross her path faced certain death. Number 2. Lilith. Up next we have Lilith. Enter the realm of Lilith, the first wife of Adam, and one of the most intriguing and feared figures of ancient times. Lilith was once a proud and independent woman, unwilling to submit to the will of Adam in the Garden of Eden. Her refusal to play by the rules led to her exile and transformation into a demon feared by all. It was said that she had the power to seduce men, using her allure to lure them into a dark and dangerous world. But Lilith's notoriety didn't stop there. She was also believed to be a child killer, preying on newborns as they slept in their cradles. Her name became synonymous with evil and darkness, and she was feared by mothers everywhere. Number 3. The Morrigan. Number 3 is the Morrigan, the powerful and feared deity of war, death, and destiny. The Morrigan was a goddess like no other. Her ominous presence was felt in every battlefield and every clash of swords. It was said that she appeared in the form of a raven or crow, a harbinger of death and destruction. Her power was absolute, and she had the power to choose who would live or die in battle. But the Morrigan was not just a harbinger of death. She was also a goddess of destiny, and her presence was seen as a portent of things to come. Her power was such that entire armies would tremble at the sound of her name, and her influence was felt throughout the land. Number 4. Kali. Our fourth entry is Kali, the fearsome warrior goddess associated with death, destruction, and power. Kali was depicted as a powerful and imposing figure with a sword in one hand and a garland of human heads around her neck. She was both revered and feared for her strength and ferocity, and her image struck terror into the hearts of all who encountered her. But Kali was not just a destroyer, she was also a goddess of time and change, and her presence was seen as a symbol of transformation and rebirth. Her power was such that she was able to shape the course of events, bringing an end to the old and paving the way for the new. Number 5. Hecate. At number 5 we have Hecate, the enigmatic goddess of magic, the underworld, and the night. Hecate was a goddess like no other. Her abilities and powers were beyond the comprehension of mere mortals. She was often depicted as having 3 heads, each representing her ability to see into the past, present, and future. This gave her an unparalleled understanding of the flow of time and the power to shape events as she saw fit. But Hecate was not just a seer. She was also a goddess of magic, and her influence was felt in the darkest corners of the underworld. She was revered by witches and sorcerers, and her powers were sought after by those seeking to unlock the secrets of the occult. Number 6. Ereshkigal. Coming in at number 6 is Ereshkigal. As the ruler of the afterlife, Ereshkigal was not just an ordinary deity, but a figure of immense power and control. She was depicted as a fierce and powerful goddess with the ability to shape the fate of the dead. Her realm was a mysterious and alluring place, a world of shadows where the spirits of the departed journeyed to continue their existence. But make no mistake, the underworld was not a place to be taken lightly. It was guarded by Ereshkigal and her army of the undead, and she was not afraid to use her power to protect it. In ancient myths, Ereshkigal was often portrayed as a vengeful and merciless goddess who would stop at nothing to defend her realm. Her unwavering determination and strength made her one of the most feared figures in Mesopotamian mythology. Number 7. Hel. At number 7, the mythical world of Norse legends with the powerful and mysterious goddess Hel. She is the ruler of the underworld and presides over the spirits of those who have passed on, with half of her body being deathly pale and the other half dark as the shadows. Hel is a sight to behold. Her unique appearance, half dead and half alive, sends shivers down the spine of those who dare gaze upon her. In Norse mythology, Hel was feared and respected as she held complete control over the dead. Her power and influence were unmatched, and she was known to be a force to be reckoned with. It was believed that the spirits of the deceased would be judged by Hel and that their fate would be determined by her, whether they would spend eternity in peace or suffer for their misdeeds. It was all in the hands of Hel. Number 8. Tiamat. At number 8, we have Tiamat, the legendary goddess from Babylonian mythology who embodies the essence of the sea and chaos. She's known to be the mother of all creation, giving birth to the world and everything in it. Her immense size and power are often depicted as a monstrous dragon or serpent, striking fear into mortals and gods' hearts. But Tiamat wasn't just an ordinary deity. She was a force to be reckoned with, a symbol of raw power and unpredictability. In ancient tales, she's often depicted as a destructive force that threatened to bring about the end of the world. Despite her fearsome reputation, she was revered and worshipped for her ability to create and bring new life. Tiamat's legacy lives on to this day, as she remains one of the most memorable female figures from ancient mythology. Her raw power and chaotic nature have inspired countless stories and artwork, cementing her place in history as a symbol of the elemental forces of the universe. So get ready to delve into the exciting world of Tiamat and discover the epic tales of this legendary goddess. Number 9. Mara. Coming in at number 9 is the seductive and cunning demoness Mara. This villainess is known for her beauty and her power to lure individuals away from the path of enlightenment and virtue. With her illusions and wiles, Mara has become a formidable opponent, feared by those who seek spiritual growth. But do not be intimidated, for Mara can be defeated by the strength of one's spirit. She is the ultimate test of inner fortitude, a temptation designed to push individuals to their limits and beyond. Overcoming Mara is seen as a rite of passage for those who seek enlightenment, and her defeat represents a victory for the soul. In Buddhist mythology, Mara is more than just a mere demon. She is a symbol of the challenges and obstacles that exist within us all. She represents our inner demons, the temptations and the desires that hold us back from achieving our full potential. It is only by confronting Mara and defeating her that we can truly awaken and reach our highest state of being. Number 10. Baba Yaga. Step right up, folks, and brace yourselves for the last tale of the legendary Baba Yaga. She's the witch of Slavic folklore who's not your average grandma. No, no, no. Baba Yaga lived in a house that stood on chicken legs deep in the forest and was known for her immense power and frightening reputation. But don't be fooled by her aged appearance. Baba Yaga was not to be trifled with. She was notorious for being a cannibalistic witch who would devour anyone who crossed her path. But wait, it's not all bad news. Baba Yaga was also rumored to be a wise woman who held a wealth of knowledge and guidance. So imagine yourself trekking through the dark and dense forest, looking for answers and directions. Suddenly, you come across a house that stands on chicken legs and hear a cackle from within. You peek inside to find Baba Yaga, and she offers to help you. Do you take her up on her offer, or do you run the other way? The choice is yours, and the story is yours to tell. Baba Yaga is a captivating character from Slavic folklore that still captivates and enthralls audiences to this day. Whether she's a fearsome witch or a wise sage, one thing is for sure. Baba Yaga is a legendary figure that you'll never forget. Well, folks, we've come to the end of our journey through the thrilling world of the most frightening female characters from myths and legends. From the all-powerful Tiamat to the cunning Mara, these women have been captivating our imaginations for centuries. But their stories don't end here. They will continue to be passed down from generation to generation, reminding us of the limitless creativity and power of the human mind. So what's next for us? Stay tuned for even more exciting and spellbinding content. And of course, thank you for joining us on this epic adventure. Until next time, farewell and stay fearless. Bye!